Folks, what is up? And welcome back to another Save Data Team stream. It's been a long time. Could you classify this as God, what was the name of our podcast that wasn't
Save
around?
Data Cast?
It's called Save Data Cast, and yes, this is a Save Data Cast.
Folks, what is up? And welcome back to another Save Data Cast. It's like we never left you. And we're here to talk about the 2024 Game Awards predictions. Goddamn, David. Hey, folks, it's that time again. Geoff Keighly comes out of the ground and looks at his shadow and tells us what games are good. And
that joke doesn't work because Geoff Keighley's never not around. He's literally always doing something.
Yeah, Geoff Keighly has always got his hand in several pies. But the pie this time is the Game Awards. It's his annual show in December. It has a degree of credibility to it, and at the very least, it's an exciting show / commercial.
Or at least it's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a few good laughs and a good musical performance or two.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm listen, we'll get to it when we get to Game of the Year. I'm pretty hyped for the Game of the Year orchestra.
Yeah, the orchestras are going to be popping again.
It's going to be pretty good.
But we will also, I should say, we will be live reacting to that on December 12th. That's a Thursday. Mark that on your calendars. Watching it
3 weeks from today?
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow, that's really soon.
Listen, the end of the year is, literally Thanksgiving is next week, which is bonkers. We're here. It's the end of the year. Goodbye, 2024. You fucking sucked. Can't say 2025 looks much better on the horizon, but here we are.
I thought 2024 was bad.
You know what? In a positive note, 2025 in video games does look good, though. Because look at this. It's the most anticipated game award. Beautiful transition, Zach. Thank you very much. But most anticipated game, also known as hey, it's Grand Theft Auto 6 time, baby.
Hey, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to win this category.
Yeah, listen. 3 of these games I'm very excited for. The 4th, I'm like, this is for a lot of people, and I'm very happy for them. And the last one is Death Stranding, too. So...
Yeah, it sure is.
Listen, there's a 50-50 chance on whether or not I actually still get Death Stranding 2 and play it to completion, because I played the first one to completion, and I regretted it, but maybe I don't. I don't know. It's been a long time.
I'm already over Death Stranding 2, and it's not even out yet.
Yeah, but hey, guess what? A Grand Theft Auto game is coming out for the first time in like 12 years. That's going to be the most anticipated game.
Yeah.
There's not a question.
So obviously I'm voting for Monster Hunter because it deserves it more.
I'm voting for Ghost of Yotei, but I think Grand Theft Auto.
In my personal heart of hearts, Metroid Prime 4, because surely it will be good. I do believe it will be good, but I wish we had seen more of it before this point. Hey, question. Do we think we see a trailer for any of these games while we're here?
Monster Hunter, yes, it's just going to be a new monster reveal or something that I obviously don't need to do too much with it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think Ghost has an okay chance. I think Death Stranding has a pretty high chance. GTA 0 chance.
Oh, Death Stranding, 100% chance.
Yeah.
It will not only get a segment, it will get way too long of a segment than it deserves. It will honestly probably be an hour of the show. Keighley will fiercely masturbate while it's going on.
Hopefully Kojima while this happens. Yeah. Hey, listen. I don't want to spend too much time on this because, it's going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. This is crazy.
Is there any chance for the fact that... Just curious, do you think there's any chance it's not because we still don't have a date for that yet?
No.
No.
Elden Ring won most anticipated 3 years in a row, so...
Yeah, that's true.
I think this can win,
I think this is the one, and I believe this is the one category that is almost entirely fan vote, too.
Yes, this one is heavy fan vote.
Which means fucking Grand Theft Auto is going to win. Absolutely, I have no doubt in my mind.
Alright, moving on from this one. Best Adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium.
Sorry to everyone else, but Arcane came out in time to be considered, so that's it. End of story.
Here's the thing. The only thing that has a chance against Arcane is Fallout, and I did actually really like the Fallout show, and it had enough time for people to care about it and like it, so I think there is a chance. That being said, I'm only 3 episodes into Arcane and it fucking slaps. Unfortunately, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, and the Tomb Raider anime are just okay to bad from what I heard, and Knuckles is also just okay to bad.
I've heard Knuckles is actually very good for what it is.
Bad.
I heard it was good. What?
No, I heard Knuckles was barely even about Knuckles.
That's fair.
I did also hear that, but I heard it was pretty good. Like, not as good as the Sonic movies, but like close. Yeah. I want this to be Fallout. It's gonna be Arcane.
It's the thing where they did spend $250,000 on an animation project, and it rules, and that makes me really, really happy, and I wanted to get all the accolades. That being said, I've also really liked the Fallout show, and I did not expect to. I thought they did a great job with it.
Yeah, I saw the initial previews for this show. I was like, ooh, this looks fucking rough. And then it came out and I was like, actually, this show rocks.
Yeah, it was really good. But I do think the hype behind Arcane coming out, even though it barely had any time to be out before the judges had to vote on it, I think just the first half of the season alone would carry enough people to vote for it.
When did it drop on Netflix?
It was the thing where they did the first 3 episodes 1 week. I think they did the second, third another week, and then the final third have come out now, I believe.
So, like, the first week of November is when the first...
I literally think the last week of Arcane came out the week of them having to vote for Game Awards. So, there's a solid chance that not everybody had seen it yet.
That's got me thinking maybe it's not Arcane. You know what? I think it's Fallout.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say, did this category exist the first time Arcane was out? Because I think Adaptation came out just last year.
I believe Arcane was the impetus to make this category exist.
For some reason in my head, Last of Us was the first winner of Best Adaptation.
No, Arcane was the first winner.
Okay.
Arcane was the first one.
Because when it was first on, there was literally no competition.
Yeah, Arcane came out.
If there was a vote for it, it would have got like 99% of it.
Gotcha.
Jeff was like, "We need an award specifically for this. Let's drop it." And then people kept making video game adaptations. So
then you know what? Stick me down for Fallout because it's a first season and it was very good, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'm going Fallout just because I don't think the voters had it yet. Assuming they actually voted already. Wait, was it just the nomination or is the voting process still happening? I'm going back to Arcane. I think that was just the nomination process. I think votes are still going to come in.
Maybe they're separate, and if they are, then I fucking lose. But I do want to give a genuine shout out to Fallout. Also, Arcane does well. Holy shit.
Fallout's great.
Okay. I think my cold is actually coming back, and that super sucks. Going to next category. Best Multiplayer. Blops. Helldivers 2. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Tekken 8. And Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2.
Forgot that had a multiplayer mode. Oh, this is the time of the show when I disclose that I am a Microsoft employee, and all opinions expressed are my own and do not reflect the opinions of my employers.
Fucking chill. You love Black Ops 6. We got it.
And this is the part where I say I am not a Microsoft employee, but all my opinions are Bobby Kotick's. Legally.
Hey, Bobby Kotick's not a Microsoft employee.
Doesn't matter. I legally speak for Bobby Kotick. Everything I say, you can assume he says.
I think it's Helldivers 2, y'all.
Yeah, I think it's Helldivers 2 time.
It should be Helldivers.
The sheer amount of goodwill this game has gotten from literally millions of gamers, which is kind of definitely Sony and definitely Arrowhead Studios did not expect this game to do as well as it did. And holy shit, they took that and ran with it in such an incredible way. Incredible props to Arrowhead Game Studios. bringing back a game that was like a top-down shooter that people enjoyed decently, and then just crushing it.
They killed. I could not. I was utterly disinterested in Helldivers 2 based on what I saw of Helldivers 1. And like seeing clips and stuff, and then like that first week it dropped, and I was like watching people play. I was like, "Oh, this game actually
looks cool as shit.
Incredible! Yeah. Get me in this!" Yeah.
They 100% deserve it. Undeniably.
I do think they're gonna win. If Call of Duty has a chance, it's probably this year, because people really are.
I think that's fair.
Black Ops.
Yeah, people seem to like this Call of Duty more than of the recent years, and it is definitely the more popular game of the two, but I think Helldivers being the diamond in the rough that it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I still think it's Helldivers, but if Call of Duty were going to win, it's this year.
Yeah. This was probably some of the best Yeah, I do agree that this is some of the best receiving that best reception. Jesus, receiving's not a word in that context. Reception. This is some of the best reception I've seen COD get in a while, and that is cool. But I do think Helldivers is still the winner.
All right, moving on. We've got best sports and racing game.
Oh, baby.
Again, we don't have a lot to say about this category. Can we talk about...
I have one thing to say.
Can we talk about college football not getting nominated?
Yeah, where the fuck is it? What?
It's really weird. It is really weird.
How is Topspin on here but not NCAA?
Literally one of the best one of the best selling games of the year, period, is not on this list. And Topspin and WWE 2K24 are.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's gonna be pretty brutal of how few things you can actually find if Topspin's getting on here. I don't think anyone's cared about a Topspin game in the history of Topspin games existing.
I thought Topspin was dead until I saw it on this list.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dead franchise.
I'm trying to remember if any of these were like even interesting or noteworthy, and I don't think they were, so I don't literally care about who wins.
Yeah, hey, listen, if we just want to not even vote on this category, I'm fine without that, because I don't have an opinion on this.
Oh, that sounds great.
If I had to, I guess I would say EA Sports FC, because that's just the new FIFA, but...
That's exactly what I would say, so we can skip it.
Cool. Best sim/strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Pridge, you want to talk about Unicorn Overlord?
If it doesn't win, I riot.
Even if Frostpunk 2 beats it? Because Frostpunk 2 is pretty fucking legit.
Don't care. I know that it's legit. I will still riot.
Yeah.
I will say
Overlord was an incredibly good game. It needs to win something.
I will say I'm very happy that there's not a bunch of sim games here.
Yes.
So, like, literally, if any of these win, I won't be that mad.
I will give a shout out to Kunitsugami for making it to the Game Awards.
Yeah.
That game was extremely underrated, genuinely. I think me and David both played most of it. David finished it.
Yeah, the end of that game can eat a dick, but the rest of that game was fun.
Just genuinely, if you love like chill PS3 era like Pikmin games, Kunitsugami, goated.
Yeah, it's like Pikmin meets Tower Defense, kind of.
Yeah,
but also there's an action game thrown in there too.
Yeah, randomly. But it's really good. I recommend Kunitsugami if you can pick it up. But yeah, I hope Unicorn Overlord wins by a long shot. Vanillaware, it'd be really cool to see them win something.
Vanillaware makes some really good games. I want them to keep getting accolades for it.
Mm-hmm. And yes, shout out to the Age of Mythology Retold, because I heard it was really good.
I still need to play that.
And Age of Mythology rips. The original is really
Manor
good.
Lord's got a pretty big pop too. I know it's an early access game. It's not full release yet, but I know a lot of people were popping for Manor Lords when that first launched. As much as I would agree with Pridge that it probably should be Unicorn Overlord, I'm going to go Frostpunk on this one.
I get where you're coming from, David. I just have not heard that many people talk about Frostpunk.
Oh, I've heard a bunch of people talking for Frostpunk.
No, that's fair. I'm going to join Pridge on Unicorn Overlord, though. everything about what I've seen of that game, the first impression stream we did of that game, I was like, oh, this is fucking sick. And I
such a fucking good game.
would have spent more time in it, and then I heard it was like 60 hours, and I was like, go fuck yourself.
Well, I don't know what happened, but I feel like not that many people played it.
I mean, I think that's true, but... You know.
Which is why I think this category is kind of a toss-up, because I
Yeah.
think, regardless, this is going to be on how many people played a couple of these games.
It tends to go that way, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it's the voting jury, the way Game Awards does it, can't play every single game on the list. It's
Unicorn
fucking
Overlord
impossible.
was a Switch exclusive, which sucks.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It's on PS5.
It's not on Steam.
And Steam.
Is
I thought
it?
was on Steam.
I think it is.
I remember at release, I couldn't play it on Steam Deck, and I was like, well, I'll never play this game then. Maybe I'm crazy, but...
Oh, it's not on Steam. You are correct.
Okay.
It's on PS5. It's not on
Yeah.
Steam, which is a fucking insane choice for a tactics RPG.
Yep!
To not launch
I
on
would
Steam.
agree with that. But-
I'm definitely going Frostpunk now. That
Yeah.
has sealed my Frostpunk pick.
I'm gonna stand firm with my Unicorn Overlords, but we'll see. I think that might win.
I think
for you.
Manor Lords might actually have some of the best chance because a lot of people played that. But
I couldn't even tell you what the fuck that game looks like. So
it's fair.
best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform: Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Mario Party Jamboree, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire.
Can't believe they put 4 mediocre games next to Astrobot.
Yeah, this is one of those things where I don't think Astrobot's gonna lose many categories it's up for.
Yeah, I think Astrobot wins this one pretty easily. I get that Best Family tends to go to a Nintendo game, but I think Astrobot has this.
But Astrobot made the best Nintendo game.
Yeah, I was
this
gonna say
year.
PlayStation made the best Nintendo game this year.
Facts. Leprechaun says, so Astrobot isn't winning Game of the Year? I did not say that. I did not say that. We'll talk about it when we get there.
I feel like literally all these games were kind of mid, except for Astro on this list. Well, Mario Party Jamboree, I think, has pretty good reception for a Mario Party game.
I played it last week with Wes and his roommates, and no big deal, I won. But it was pretty fun.
Nice.
But
like Princess Peach,
Princess Peach was super mid from what I heard.
Well.
Plucky Squire
was
pretty mid.
Fucking mid. And I think Echoes of Wisdom is pretty mid from what I've played.
I've heard some people be like as high as like 8.5s on it, but yeah, it definitely doesn't have the reception of some other Zelda games.
Yeah, which is why this is
everybody's
Astrobot's category to lose.
Yeah, I think
including Nintendo, because they're like, oh, if Zelda wants to fight, she has to turn into Ghost Link.
Yeah, it was a bad choice. I agree with you on that.
It was a bad choice.
Anybody here not picking Astrobot?
No.
Not picking Astrobot.
Okay, cool. We've got Best Fighting Game: Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classic. That's the longest title. Fuck you. Multiverses and Tekken 8. Hey, it's gotta be Tekken 8, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's Tekken 8. It's Tekken 8.
Yeah,
I
want to claim Dragon Ball as an outside chance, but I don't think it actually does. I think this is 100% Tekken.
Also, how did Multiverses get back on here?
Because they shut down and then came back earlier
like,
this
I
year.
know they re-released, but like, come on.
I love that the image of this is like Powerpuff Girls and Wonder Woman, because me seeing this, I'm like, oh wow, they added the Powerpuff Girls and Wonder Woman? I didn't know that.
Who's the telephone?
That's Powerpuff Girls telephone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a character.
Okay. Cool, thought it was a character.
It's kind of weird that's in the screenshot. I agree.
And I also like the fighting game collection from Marvel vs. Capcom. Also, why is that here? That's not even like a remaster. It's really just a port. Like,
yeah, but it's like 6 games, David. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a port of 6 games.
Is this just a testament to how many fighting games came out this year, truthfully?
Yeah,
is that what this is?
Yes. I believe actually Grand Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising came out in December of last year, but because of how the Game Awards works, it's eligible for this year.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, shout out to it because it's super rare that a game that comes out in December of the year prior actually makes it to the Game Awards next year.
Yeah,
which speaks to how much of an impact Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising had. God, I can't say that name every time.
And how few fighting games came out this year.
But yeah, it should be.
A ton of fighting games came out last year, so like it feels like
because last year was Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
And
Stay also says Under Night in Birth 2 came out. I think it's people not knowing.
Surprised that's not on here.
100%. 100%. It's people.
One of my coworkers plays in like the tourneys for Under Night in Birth, and I was surprised to see fucking Capcom Collection Multiverses here and not Under Night in Birth 2.
Yeah.
I think they tried to put it on here, but no one could remember the name correctly, so they just gave up.
That sounds fair.
Fair.
That sounds really fair.
Fair, yeah.
Under, sleep, birth, how many colons and brackets does it have? Fuck it, just put multiverse on there.
Yeah,
I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I think Dragon Ball actually has a decent chance
screen.
because it's the one most people bought and played versus Tekken 8, but Tekken 8 still sold really well for a fighting game, and it's Tekken 8.
Tekken 8's the most fighting game. Sparking Zero's kind of...
It's the casual
fanfic.
fighter that people like, yeah.
It's DBZ fanfic.
It's a Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Tekken 8 for all three of us?
Yes.
Cool. Best RPG! Holy shit, what a good year for RPGs! Best game design with rich character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. We have Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Arab Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio.
It's a bummer that Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth isn't going to win a single fucking award this game.
No, it sure bums me out, man. That game was really good. It's not as good as the last one in the series, but it's still good. I think Metaphor actually wins this category.
Final
Fantasy VII could win it.
Yeah, I mean, there's the next Final Fantasy on there. That's just as likely.
Those are the two on between.
Mm-hmm.
And based on my rule that if I'm between two, I pick the one I won't vote for, I will go Metaphor ReFantazio as my pick. I think that one will win.
I think we've talked about recency bias like several years in a row, and it's not actually happened. But I think there's been enough people that have been mixed on FF7 Rebirth, and more people have been more overwhelmingly positive that have played. And granted, it's a smaller pool of people that have played Metaphor, but
based on sales, that might not be that true.
I mean, good for Atlas. You love to see it.
More Rebirth didn't sell that great.
Oh, well, fuck you, Square Enix, for expecting it to sell crazy numbers when you're only selling it on one platform.
And it's a middle of a trilogy, too. It's not helping it. I'm going Metaphor.
I'm Metaphor. I think this is one of the few categories that Metaphor wins.
It's good. I'll go Metaphor.
All right, triple Metaphor. But not a double entendre. Next up, Best Action/Adventure for the Best Action-Adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. We've got Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Sorry, David, this will not win this category.
It won't.
Or anything. Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
There's one category I think The Lost Crown has a chance on. We'll get there. It's not this one, though.
It's crazy because I feel like this category usually has so many games that are like, fuck, this is so close. Who
this actually feels like some of the lightest this category's ever been.
Exactly.
RPG had all the heavy hitters this year.
That's exactly what it is.
For what it's worth, I think Astrobot also wins this category.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the only other competition is Silent Hill 2. It's not going to be Outlaws. It's not going to be Prince of Persia. It's not going to be Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah.
It's probably Astrobot, but I think the only other competition is Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I wish Prince of Persia hung here, but it doesn't.
Yeah. I think Astrobot's going to win this one. I actually, looking at this, I was like shocked to see Astrobot included in this. And I know why.
Yeah, it's one of those things like a platformer is an adventure game, but it sometimes feels like they should be separate categories.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it is an adventure game, and because of that, it's.
Congrats to you, Astrobot. You're gonna win at least 2 awards this year. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat, we have Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. 5 games I have not played.
Oh, I thought you played Helldivers. I guess you didn't.
No, I didn't get into it eventually. I was just like, it's too late for me to join. 2 of these are extremely anti-woke games. The games aren't anti-woke, but the people who like it are.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think one of them might win.
I absolutely think it's going to be. I actually do absolutely think it'll be Black Myth or Stellar Blade. It will probably be Black Myth.
I think it's Black Myth.
I think it will, of these 2, I think it will be Black Myth. It's really weird to have 2 essentially first-person shooters in this category.
That's normal.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know if that.
Well, actually, Warhammer's third person. Same as Helldivers.
Okay.
But still.
Well, essentially, it's got 3 shooters and 2 third-person action games. I think Black Myth will actually win this, which, honestly, congrats to Game Science. I think you have a lot of maybe problematic issues at your studio, but I think you did actually make a good game, despite the discourse around it.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
High res.
Moving on. Best VR/AR. Again, another 5 games I didn't play. Arizona Sunshine. No, this game. Everyone hated this game. Why is it up?
Oh, people didn't hate that game. What are you talking about?
The original they did not like.
Oh no, people like that one.
I don't know about that.
I mean, it was like one of the original VR games.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean that's like talking about Arms 2
listen,
being like it's one of the best Switch games.
I'm not gonna tell you it was like a banger, but people enjoyed Arizona Sunshine.
Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening.
I didn't realize Metal Hellsinger had a VR game.
I didn't either, and that's kind of cool.
From what I can tell, from what I know about just the word about these games, it will be Batman Arkham Shadow by a mile.
Oh, it's Asgard's Wrath 2.
I was gonna say it's either Asgard's Wrath or Batman.
I have been hearing a ton of really positive stuff about Arkham Shadow.
There has been a lot of positive Arkham Shadow vibes. Asgard's Wrath 2 was getting like 10s across the board when it came out, so I'm gonna go Asgard's Wrath 2.
I will join David on that. But I mean,
as we know from Pridge's calculations in previous years, 10s don't mean you win. But
that's true. It's true.
But like people absolutely popped for Asgard's Wrath 2. Although more people probably played Batman Arkham Shadow, so
that's also very true. All right, moving on. Best mobile game. For the best game playable on a mobile device, we've got AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, let's fucking go, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. It's Balatro with a bullet.
If this was a community vote, it would be ZZZ. However, it is not, so Balatro wins.
Hey, listen, one of these games is literally nominated for the best game of the year. It's fucking Balatro.
Yeah, it's Balatro.
Yes, this is absolutely Balatro.
Again, unless the community vote was more impactful than it is, in which case it would be ZZZ, but it's not. So.
Yes.
I will give a shout out to Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. I'm enjoying drawing my card packs.
I uninstalled that game last week.
Damn.
Or earlier this week.
Damn. I'm still enjoying it.
They stopped giving me enough cards, man.
You crazy.
They wanted me to actually play the card game, and I don't like that,
best
as you know.
Debut indie game. The best debut game created by a new independent studio. We've had a lot of problems with this category in the past, but here we go. Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and The Plucky Squire.
I feel like this one's not as bad. There's this category, and then there's just best indie.
Yeah,
I think
right.
This one's usually less problematic.
Here's the thing.
No, wasn't there? Yeah, but have there been times when it's like technically not a debut? Hasn't there been like several instances where that's been the case?
Where it's like the studio is made
you're
from a
right,
bunch
yeah.
of people who just left one studio and like made another.
Right,
and
so it's like
Which
I
is still
guess-
technically a debut, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but it's like you're just this company under a different name.
I will say it's really cool that the first 2 games in this list both were basically single developer games. And I think those are the top 2 as well.
Oh, I think it's 100% between Animal Well and Balatro.
Yeah. It's Balatro, but Animal Well
I
fucks pretty
think
hard.
Balatro has a bigger chance to win. In my heart of hearts, soul of souls, this goes to Animal Well. I really want. I think his name is Billy. I can't remember his last name, to win this. I met him at a PAX. He was a really nice dude, and this game fucking ruled. It would also be wild for Donkey's fucking.
Yeah. Donkey's first published game.
Yeah,
to
first published
go
game
in.
to get a game award. But
Billy Basso. that's
Billy
his name.
Basso, yes. The Day of the Diver situation, yes. That was for best indie, and it was definitely not an indie
Not
game.
independent in the slight. It is technically now, but
Yeah. Do you guys think it's going to be Balatro, though?
I do think it will be Balatro.
I
Yes.
am still going Balatro, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Balatro's just going to sweep all the indie categories.
All the categories it's in that isn't Game of the Year.
Yeah.
That's fair. Still putting me down for Animal
But
Well.
I'm
a
with you
believer.
in my heart and soul, especially it being actually no, it like heart and soul. I like Animal Well a lot. I think it's really cool. I think they do like the fact that game's like fucking 20 megabytes blows my mind.
Oh, insane how small that game is.
Insane how small the game is and how fucking beautiful it is considering
So
how small
pretty.
it is,
So
and like
pretty.
the crazy stuff he does with volumetric fog in like a pixel
Mm-hmm.
art style that again is only 20 megabytes because he fucking wrote his own engine for this game like a psychopath.
Yep.
All super cool, and my personal vote will be for Animal Well. However, I think
Yeah.
Balastro's gonna win the category.
That's fair. Next, hey, look
Yeah,
at
you're
that. It's most of the same people. Best independent game for outstanding creative technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. We've got Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and Laser Eyes, Neva, and UFO 50. If there is ever a category that UFO 50 could win on, this is it.
Yeah.
However, Balatro's in the same category, so I'm going Balatro.
Shout out to 5 really good games from what I've heard.
Yeah, these
I've
all-
only-
all these games
I've only
suck.
played 2 of them, but shout out to a lot of
Yeah.
really good games here.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
might be
Lorelei
the
and the Laser
best.
Eyes does need a big shout out. Pridge, you ever finish it?
Let's not talk about that.
Damn. I also did not, so don't worry about it. But God, it was so good. Like, talk about a Zach core game that I unfortunately didn't finish because I'm a coward. And by coward, I mean too busy. But God, it's such a good game. Also, what a dog shit fucking picture they chose for this.
I was gonna mention that too.
Holy shit, what a
Bad
dog shit
picture.
fucking picture they
Yeah,
chose.
not great. Not great.
I think personally this is maybe the best slate of 5 indie games that have been in this category in a long time, maybe ever. Like these
Not-
games all fuck.
I mean, yeah, not an unreasonable claim to make,
Yeah.
truthfully.
Like I think all of these games are pushing like Metacritic OpenCritic 90s, like which is insane that there's 5 indie games. doing
90,
that.
it's literally 90, 86, 87, 91, 89, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UFO 50 is maybe the most impressive game to be made this year from like a technical standpoint. And that sounds wild to say it because it is just shitty pixel art, but God, it's so good. It's so impressive. Please play UFO 50. It's $20 and it's literally 51 video games. Spoilers for UFO 50.
How could you?
It's probably Balatro, but in my heart of fucking hearts, I will vote for UFO 50.
Okay.
Oh, I want it to be UFO 50 so bad. They deserve it. They deserve everything.
Are you Balatro, Pridge?
Yes, I'm Balatro.
That's okay.
Balatro sweep for now till we get to the other categories.
Best community support. Recognize a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14. Again, this game cannot ever leave this category. Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. It's Helldivers 2, right?
I think so, but
I think so.
It could be Baldur's Gate 3 because they've been doing a bunch of patches. I think they recently did or are working on the last patch that they're going to do. So like I could see Baldur's Gate 3 winning again because it won last year. But just the way the Helldivers community team works and how they communicate with the community, like in
Chat,
fucking universe,
if you are unaware,
so funny.
The Helldivers game, Helldivers 2, is literally about like spreading quote unquote democracy to planets with bugs by killing them all and taking over the planet. And they literally like will send out like messages of like for democracy and all this shit, but also like they let people vote to like what initiatives they wanted to work on, and literally one of them was like the orbital cannon, and they got that. And then if you use the orbital cannon, a laser shot down and just killed every player on the map.
It also killed the bugs, though. It also killed the bugs.
It killed the bugs, but it also killed you, and you lost the mission. And everybody worked so hard to get that, and then they did that. And that's incredible.
True.
Be careful what you wish for, guys.
Yeah. I think it's Helldivers 2. Because I think all the stories about it. I think all the stories about Helldivers 2 and the way their community support has been is like immaculate.
Yeah.
And just like
it's very Starship Troopers inspired. Like they wear it on their sleeves.
Very Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's Starship Troopers, but funnier. Like,
agreed.
It's so.
I mean, way more modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, way more modern. Which
it's probably what helps it be way funnier, be better.
Helps. And like, it feels like it's Starship Troopers, but also with less incompetence, but somehow still funnier. Like it's very good, and just like the way they respond to the community, like even seeing the things that they're teasing for future patches, where like someone will mention like, oh, I found this like blueprint for a mech in the game, and they're like, your account has been suspended for like spreading bug propaganda.
That fucking rules.
Funny.
That's incredible.
So
hell yeah. Next category, best ongoing, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. This is tough.
I feel like this is still Helldivers 2 for the same reasons as the last category.
I think so too. Destiny 2 and Diablo 4 had huge new expansions.
Yeah.
Maybe Final Fantasy 14 did as well.
Destiny
they did have an
really well expansion. Did lose me Fantasy League.
It absolutely.
They did lose you Fantasy League. They also fired a quarter of the studio after that came out, so fuck them for that.
They sure did. Final Fantasy 14 did have a new expansion this year, but it was not as well received in the past, which fucked me in Fantasy Critic.
Yeah, I did not hear anybody talk about it. Yeah, I think Helldivers 2 also wins this one. I think it's kind of the same idea and just the other side of the coin.
I'm gonna give this one to Destiny 2.
All right, I think that's. Hey, listen, it has a good chance of winning this too. So.
Yeah, I think it has a pretty decent chance.
Next, Games for Impact, a thought-provoking game with a pro-social message or meaning. Closer the Distance. I have never heard of this game.
I have not heard of that game.
Indica. We played this game on stream. It fucking rules. Go watch or play our Indica Let's Play. Genuinely, this will be in my top 10 game of the year. This game
hell yeah.
Fucking rules.
Especially
especially as a Catholic boy growing up in Ohio who no longer believes those things. God, Indica's so good. Neva. Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kenzera Zao. This sucks because I feel like every game on this, like, sure, they did something cool, but also none of them had a big impact.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But it's not impact so much as like having a deeper meaning and message. And to be honest,
sorry. I mean, like, how many people played this game and talked about this game online?
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Is like I don't think that matters for this one as much. I think, because like Life is Strange, I feel like I haven't played it, but based on other people's
reviews.
Yeah,
it didn't. I know some of the early previews of the first couple chapters were like, oh, this is pretty darn good, but man, they could really drop the ball on this. And then the reviews later were like, man, they really dropped the ball on that.
Yeah,
on the last few chapters. And like Neva, I haven't finished, but it feels like Princess Mononoke in that it's just like, hey, be good to the environment, cool.
Yeah. Don't let your magic dog die.
Yeah, also don't do that. Indica, I don't 100% know what the message was of that game.
Man, I want Indica to win so goddamn bad because I think this game is genuinely special and cool.
It's a great game. I just don't know really what the pro-social meaning or message of that game is.
It's pretty anti-established religion. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that to you.
I mean, my answer was gonna be fuck religion if it has a message. But
no, yeah. I think that's the message pretty strongly.
But with how many people are religious in the world, I don't see this winning. Closer to the Distance, I don't think anyone played, so no one's going to vote for it.
I don't know what that is.
I'm genuine.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, I have not played that. I should. It's literally free for me. Yeah. But I should really play that. But, like, I imagine it's similar messages to the first game, and, like, it's sort of a psychological message, but also not in a way that's like, hey, get treated. It's more used as a narrative tool.
Yeah.
So
could be Tales. Also Tales of Kenzera Zao made a big splash at the Game Awards last year for. Please remind me of his name, David.
I know he goes. I don't know his full name. I know he goes by Abu though.
Abu, yes. Gave an incredibly heartwarming speech about this game for the studio that he's working at, and he's also done a lot of other projects.
He's in like House of the Dragon and some other stuff.
Yes, of how this is like very close and personal to him because he lost his own father. That's his full name. Sorry, what's his name?
Abubakar Salim.
Abubakar Salim. And yes, very cool 2D Metroidvania, very heavily inspired by a lot of African culture, of like getting your dad back, which I mean pulls on my heartstrings because anything with dad shit gets me in a major way.
I have a PowerPoint just for you.
As I was going to say, as evidenced by our, what was that game we played, you, me, and Vic?
Vemba, yeah.
Vemba, yeah. But I just think the reception was so mid to that, and not that many people played it.
I am picking Tales of Kenzera Zao, partially because I think more people are aware of it now after release because of the impact it had on the studio, and that like, hey, this game came out, has a very good message, has a lot of good just teaching, you know, all of the people who do not have a history of Africa, because most countries don't teach that shit.
No.
I think it, out of the ones here, has the most different approach to pro-social meaning or message. And because it didn't do well, the studio had to lay off a ton of people. Like they're openly looking for publishers and partners for their new game, to the point where they just kind of posted what their idea was for like the Afropunk thing that they're working on. But I think that brought more attention to this game in a weird way that I think it could.
That's a good point.
And not in like a good way, because like it's not good that they had to lay people off. But
yeah, I am going to vote for Kenzara on this one.
Okay.
I think in a category where gameplay is not going to be the deciding factor, because a lot of these games weren't about gameplay, I think that one might have the best example of games for impact.
Stick me down. I'm gonna be pessimistic and stick me down for Senua Saga because it's the biggest budget game out of all of these. I hope Kenzera Zhao or Indica win, preferably Indica, because goddamn that game resonated with me personally. But either of those two men would be awesome.
Religion. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Kind of, but next category.
Fuck organized religion. There you go.
Innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age of the Veilguard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws. This category where we have to say, hey, we don't know much about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel like super well equipped to give an answer on this, but I know a lot of accessibility features were brought up around D4, Veilguard, and Prince of Persia. Mm-hmm. So I assume it's going to be one of those three based on like the scuttlebutt around their launches when people were talking about accessibility. Between those, fucking toss up.
Yes.
In my mind.
Put me down for Diablo 4. I have no reason to do that, but...
yeah, put me down for Veilguard.
David, pick Prince of Persia now.
I will, yeah.
Okay.
This was, when I said earlier, Prince of Persia only has a chance in one category, it was this one.
Yeah. If you would like somebody with actual credibility to talk about this, I recommend checking out Steve Saylor, the Blind Gamer. He actually helps studios with talking about how to develop accessibility in their games, and he's a great content creator and a good person. So, boom. That's my recommendation to watch somebody else. Best performance.
Also, Steve Spohn. I think that's his name. Spohn. I believe. Head of like Able Gamers. Mm-hmm. They're a great organization that does a bunch of the similar stuff to Steve Saylor. So
100%.
Check him out too.
Best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover, acting, motion, and/or performance capture. Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. She plays Aerith. Hannah Tell in Life is Strange Double Exposure. I wish it said their character names.
I know, right?
I don't know which character she voices.
I'll look it up. I'll look all these people up.
Humberly Gonzalez in Star Wars Outlaws. She's the main character, whose name I also don't know. Because only Chris played that game.
Kate Voss.
Kate Voss sounds right.
I think.
Hannah Tell plays Max Caulfield, the main character.
Okay. Humberly Gonzalez. Is it Kate Voss?
Yes, that's correct.
Cool. Luke Roberts in Silent Hill 2. That is the protagonist, Shitbag McGee. Listen, if you know the plot,
his character's name is James Sunderland.
Sunderland. If you know the plot of Silent Hill 2, that makes a lot of sense. And Melina Juergens for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. That is the titular Senua. I think the only chance is between Melina Juergens and Brianna White, if I'm being honest. And I think Brianna White takes it because she is fucking Aerith in the game where, spoiler alert, something happens to Aerith.
No, what?
I mean, I'd also say because I believe Melina won for Senua's Saga 1.
She did.
So I'm going to say people want to spread the love and give it to Brianna White.
And
let me tell you, as someone who would not have nominated a single person for Final Fantasy VII Remake for Best Performance, Brianna White fucking stepped the fuck up for Rebirth and did a absolutely insane job with Aerith in a game that is very Aerith heavy and Aerith focused. So good. I have no qualms. I will also be voting for Brianna White. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I will say shout out to Melina Juergens because I believe that she does not have like formal acting experience, and her performance in the first Hellblade game was like they just asked her to come into the studio and do it, and she fucking crushed it. which is dope as hell.
I believe she was asked to just like be placeholder type of stuff, and because they were like, "Oh, we need somebody to do this before we cast it," and then she fucking killed it.
Yeah,
and they're like, "You know what? You're just Senua. You also have a different job at the studio that I'm forgetting, but you're also Senua now."
Yeah, I think Brianna White wins this one personally. Any other takes on that?
If I haven't already said so, I'm also gonna go.
Cool.
Brianna White.
Sounds good. I've also seen her speak at a panel, and she was very nice.
Okay.
Very, very humble about her success as a voice actor. Which was
it's also she has a very adorable stream from when I think it was when Remake came out, because I think it's her first like big role to like period.
Oh yeah. It was her being like, I can't believe I got this role. Holy shit! Like,
yeah,
thank you to
it's
all
like
the
her
Final
like
Fantasy
crying
fans, like,
happily while listening to like her voice in a video game for the first time. It was very wholesome.
I love that clip. Yeah,
it was very wholesome.
You love seeing shit like that. Best audio design, recognizing the game with best in-game audio and sound design: Astrobot, Call of Duty Blops 6, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
I don't even need to play Senua's Saga 2 to know it's Senua's Saga 2.
Yeah. That's like the one thing people talk about those games is the sound design. Because they're heavily designed with that in mind, so it's,
They spend a lot of time and effort on the sound design for that game more than the rest of these. Granted, I love the sound design in like the first 3 that I have played. Like they all have great sound design, but Senua's Saga is like, they go hard. They go so fucking hard.
I'm in the same camp on that one.
It's literally what those games are sold for, is the spatial audio in that game. Yeah. So, boom. Moving on. Best score and music. Outstanding music inclusive of score, original song and/or licensed soundtrack: Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade.
Cue up the chanting.
I will say it very much could be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, I think it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth hands down. As much as Metaphor has one really banger song, and in my opinion, a lot of fine songs.
He has a ton of banger songs. I've listened to that OST a bunch. I'm all in on Metaphor for this one. Hit me up with that chanting. Just so that
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth made a song about a fucking dog saying "bow wow wow" a banger.
I don't even know what that is.
Stay in the chat, says y'all are crazy. It's Silent Hill 2. I don't think enough people played it, unfortunately. But
they give a dog a theme, and it's fucking incredible. I gotta find this. Oh, there's a battle version. I forgot there's a battle version.
Yeah, but does it go, hey,
it doesn't, but it does go, bow wow 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 wow.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, there you go. That's the bow wow. The song's literally fucking called Bow Wow Wow.
That's amazing.
Enjoy that song from the OST.
Yeah. Listen, I think.
Where is this from in the game?
I think FF7 has enough legacy to it that it's gonna win.
It's when you're escorting that dog from Junon to like the rebel camp.
Hold up, chat. Oh damn!
We might get copyright claim for that. I don't know. Just as a heads up.
Oh yeah. That got very annoying after a while, actually.
When did they say Bow Wow Wow?
Go to like 40 seconds.
40 seconds? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But this is literally like a throwaway one fight song. Like
that's amazing. I do love that.
It's fucking incredible. But they have a bunch of shit like that.
I will vote for FF7 actually. I think it's just the legacy of Final Fantasy VII being attached to the title, which does have banger music. I think it's gonna win.
I mean, they just build on it. It's so fucking good. I will be legitimately kind of mad if Rebirth loses this category.
Oh, wait, Metaphor is such a good soundtrack. Are you insane?
I think it is too, Bridge. I just think
so
that
good.
people see FF7 and they lose their minds.
Fucking Atlas.
This is fucking.
I thought this was the most disappointing Atlas soundtrack in a while.
Whoa.
And like I say disappointing as if the other ones were disappointing. I just mean like compared to the recent Personas and stuff, I don't think it hangs.
Oh, I think it hangs so well.
I mean,
I think a couple songs hang, but like I don't think the whole soundtrack hangs.
Bridge, my only thing is I have 2 words for you, and granted they didn't work on this game directly, but Nobuo Uematsu, and
Fair.
I think him.
He did like one song, I think, in this game.
Good on him. Okay, moving on. I think we're getting close. Best art direction.
Yeah, there's 4 more categories
for
left.
outstanding creative and/or technical achievements in artistic design and animation. Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Shadow, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Earth Tree, Metaphor Fantasia, and Neva.
I'm voting for Neva. Neva's not going to win this category.
Yeah, I mean, Namada is all about how good their art direction is. That's what their claim to fame on their games is. I still don't think it wins.
I don't think enough people play.
Yeah, I don't think it's big enough.
I mean,
I might give this to Black Myth. I think
fuck it. I'm going Metaphor on this one.
I mean, I once again would like it to be Metaphor. I could also see this going to Astrobot. Elden Ring, I think, is a slightly weird choice for this category, although I guess there are some pretty cool design
They did
areas.
win Best Art Direction, I believe, when Elden Ring first came
I mean,
I'm more thinking like, did Erdtree have any incredibly memorable areas that I think make it deserve a chance for this?
Differentiating from the base
so.
game.
And I think so. Yeah, I think the giant finger creeper areas were pretty cool.
Literally, it was the first area that came to mind for me.
Even if there were way less to do there than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with that actually, but
the thing for I don't know. I don't like Metaphor in this category because like I think their character and like creature art direction's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I was worried you were gonna say it was bad.
No. Those were great. Like some of the world and dungeons though are like, they do not look good. Some of them still look like it's on the PS3.
I hear where you're coming from. I think
I feel like
I don't
that's
think
a
that
thing
counts
that
as art direction
could
technically.
Oh, I think it 100% counts.
I mean, it definitely counts as art direction.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because like
design,
you can. I mean,
minus execution.
Artistic design is in the fucking description.
Yeah. I'm saying the design is immaculate. The execution sometimes is okay, but I think.
Well, that's what I mean. I think the design for the dungeons and stuff, in particular, dungeons, I'm focusing on because I think those were the worst art in the entire.
Hey, listen, the worst part of every Persona game is the dungeon and battling.
But I think these were way worse than the Persona dungeons.
Except for 5, man, the dungeons were so good in 5.
That's what I mean. Like 5 had like
five said what I'm hoping is a new benchmark for how they do dungeons in Persona.
I thought it was a benchmark, and then this game came out, and the dungeons look like ass.
Yeah, but they're
doing
something very different, though.
Yeah, I feel like it just drags it down compared to the other 4 in this list that have like consistent art direction and like consistent design. That's good for all aspects. Like Black Myth has like fucking beautiful environments and beautiful creatures and stuff like that. And I think the only thing that brings Black Myth down is there's a couple that have like some weird looking fur.
Yeah.
And like Astrobot has good art direction, but also is like it's simple.
Yeah, it's
compared to the rest on this list.
Super simple.
Yeah,
which isn't bad.
I don't think that'll hurt them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there are some levels in Astrobot. I'm like, is that simple?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
They're gonna be like,
there's some incredibly impressive areas in Astrobot. Yeah. The fucking casino's unreal.
Oh my god, I love that level.
The casino's
they do.
Unreal.
I I feel like Astro has the best like technical art on this list in like how you interact with the world and the art reflecting your interactions with it, but it's not as pretty as the rest. So I'm still going Black Myth Online.
All right, put me down for Metaphor. I'll hold to that.
Put me down for Neva, even though I know it's not going to win. I'm not trying to win.
Next up, best narrative.
Put me down for Cat.
Put me down for Cat. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
I don't think Infinite Wealth should be on this list.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I beat it.
Oh,
That's why I don't think it should be on this list, because the ending sucks real bad.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to do a spoiler cast for that game. We've kind of talked about our opinions on it before, but I super think they chickened the fuck out with the ending they could have made.
They fucking built a whole ending up and then were like, actually, never mind.
Yeah.
And it felt real bad.
It felt really real bad. I think of these Metaphor because it's the only original. Well, I guess not Infinite Wealth, but Metaphor is better than.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Metaphor for this one too.
Yet to see how Metaphor story finishes, but you know what? Sure, Metaphor.
Yeah.
I'll just keep giving it awards.
I mean, listen, I would like for it to win a couple awards because I don't think it has a lot of good shots in a lot of categories.
Yeah, I think narrative is the one that I feel the most comfortable giving it, especially for like the core narrative. I think is good.
That's fair. Best Game Direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Astrobot, Balatro, cannot believe this game is here. I'm also so fucking stoked that it is. Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. This one's tough.
This one's hard.
Yeah, game direction is one of those ones where it's like, it's so weird, like, I never know how to answer game direction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even when I read the description, I'm still like, is that not just best game?
Actually, David, if you could look up right now, what has won best game direction and best game, and how often are they different? Because I feel like there's been a couple years where they were the exact same.
I think they're often the same, but sometimes different. Let me see. Let's go to the last 3 years.
Yeah, Elden Ring definitely won both its year. I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at the top.
And it's difficult because I could very much see Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree winning things.
Right. So last year, Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year, Alan Wake 2 won Best Game Direction. That's very understandable.
Yeah,
the year before, though,
Elden
Ring won both.
Right.
And the year before that, It Takes Two won Game of the Year, but Deathloop won Best Game Direction. So it's honestly kind of mixed.
Man, Deathloop.
What an interesting year that was.
What Deathloop?
And if you go back
game I don't give a
year,
shit about it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. If you go back one more year, Last of Us Part 2 won both. So it's literally over the past 4 years, it's 50-50 whether the same game won both or not.
I actually don't think it will be this year.
Well, if you go by the rules it's been going, it will be the same this year, in which case I think Astrobot might take both. I think if Elden Ring was gonna win a category, it could be this.
It feels like it's cheating because it's the same direction as the base game.
I 100% agree with you on that. It's still incredible direction.
I think I'm Astrobot on this one. I don't think Balatro has the juice for this category. I don't think Black Myth Wukong has the juice. I think Elden Ring does have the juice, but
do they want to give it
but won't be given to it because it's an expansion.
Miyazaki again, yeah.
I think Rebirth, like, sort of has the juice in that it has some really good direction, but also people didn't jive. Not everyone jived with like their approach to open worlds, and I don't think their approach to open world was super innovative. And Metaphor, I also feel like was not really innovating, and a lot of it is just Persona again.
Yeah, no, this is what I definitely am not going to say Metaphor on. I am going to... I actually... Oh, God, it's so weird. Put me down for Rebirth on this one.
Oh, okay.
Wow, holy shit. I'll go down for Astrobot.
Okay.
I mean, I won't lie. I think Astrobot is a fucking incredible game from start to finish.
Fucking love Astrobot. Such a good
crushed
game.
I gotta go back and play some of the speedrun levels they've done.
I do need to go back and play speedrun levels too, but just like I feel like out of the ones on this list, they innovated more too. Yeah, it's literally the same nominees for Game of the Year.
It always is.
Not even a little bit different. It's most of the time it is. Sometimes it's not though.
Yeah. Hey, Game of the Year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. We've got once again Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantazio. Listen, I've gone on the record saying that Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree could win this category. I think the backlash that has come against it for being even nominated, while personally I think it makes total sense to nominate, it's definitely within my top 5 games of the year. And I spent fucking 40 hours on it, which feels silly to be like, yeah, but it's just a DLC. Especially when Breath of the Wild could win a game. Or, not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom could win.
Fuck up with that argument. It's just a shitty argument.
Well, like, I think the main thing for me...
It's such a dishonest argument.
It is a little, is like...
No, it's a completely dishonest argument.
It's a little dishonest. I think DLCs...
You're right, because Shadow of the Erdtree has a new map.
Yeah, I think DLCs have a distinct advantage.
There's 2 new maps!
I know, I'm being a jackass.
It's true.
I know.
But I think they have an unfair advantage in that if the base game is really good, you can inherit so much stuff from the base game.
Oh yeah, of course.
I agree with that.
It boosts the DLC and is kind of unfair.
But that doesn't mean that they didn't fucking knock it out of the park with this DLC.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I just think they get, compared to the rest of the games, well, sort of not Rebirth.
I mean,
and also sort of not Metaphor, but like generally, if it's a new game that has a bunch of new experiences compared to like, hey, this is a continuation, we're in the same engine, we're using all the same assets, we're adding new assets too, but like using the same assets, using the same mechanics and building upon it compared to, hey, here's an entirely new thing.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I see Normal in the chat saying a DLC is not a game, and I hear you, but my argument is just like, but it does so much, like, genuinely, it adds over 60 hours of... They should make a DLC category. It's bigger than most
other video games.
They should make a DLC category. That's the easiest way to get around this, is just make a category for best DLC.
The problem...
It should almost also be a category for like best remaster, but that might be a bit too much.
A genuine question. I know we're not obviously not in the committee that like of outlets that nominates things. Why the fuck isn't Elden Ring in best ongoing?
Because the ongoing is, I think
ongoing is like seasonal content type games.
Yeah, I think ongoing counts as games as a service, and this is
it'd be games as a service for that category.
Yes, so, but like a lot of it's just expansions. That's whatever. It's okay.
But that's still, I mean, those are still from games as a service.
Yeah.
It's bigger than other games because scope doesn't oversee quality. I agree, but in that argument, I think the quality is still better than...
that's the quality is so good.
The quality is still incredible, and the only like nick against it is that a lot of that quality is inherited versus...
I think if you look at other years, you've had other games like the other DLCs like Cyberpunk's DLC, which people fucking loved.
Phantom Liberty, yeah.
Phantom Liberty wasn't up for Game of the Year, I believe, or was it?
Let me
No,
check
I
that.
don't think it was up. I don't think it was up for Game of the Year.
It was up for something, but I don't know if it was up for Game of the Year.
It was on Best Narrative. It didn't make Game of the Year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was on a few categories.
Same
but
thing
it
with
didn't make Game of
the Witcher 3 DLC, Blood and Wine, or whatever
Blood
the hell
and
it's
Wine,
called. Like,
Yeah, and, like, same-
DLCs that
like
were
the-
beloved, but they didn't push into this. And you could argue, hey, maybe they fucked up in previous years, but I still think that Elden Ring's DLC stands above those. I do truly believe that is the best piece of DLC that I've ever played.
Yeah, and like the Final Fantasy VII Remake DLC Intergrade, I fucking loved. That was near the top of my top 10, I think, in 2021 or 2022, whatever year that came out. But like, if I were on the nomination group for this, I wouldn't nominate it for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
And Panic Pang says, to be fair, I can't take the Game Awards too seriously, nor should you.
Yeah, no one should take the Game Awards too seriously.
But
true.
To get back to the topic at hand, put me down for Astrobot, because I think it is the just star child. Nobody has any bad words to say about this game. It's for everybody, and it fucking slaps.
Put me down for Astrobot. What a good game.
Yeah, we Astrobot sweeping. Astrobot's got
What a
this.
good fucking game.
Astrobot's such a fucking good game. Such a fucking good game. It's just... I need to go play the speedrun levels. That's what I'm thinking of right now. I need to go
I'm
play the
thinking about
speedrun
playing
levels.
fucking Balatro again.
I need to give Blanchard a chance.
Oh my god. Oh, well, you're not a card guy.
I'm not.
That's
I'm
the
still
biggest
gonna give it
problem.
a chance.
I'm tempted to as well, but I'm like, it's a card. Yeah, I'm just so not a card guy.
How expensive
It's
is
one
it?
of those
Like 14 bucks.
$50, yeah.
Uh,
It's one of those things where like, is
even
it?
on mobile?
I don't think. I think it's
Uh,
You know, you keep talking. I'll look that up.
I don't play games on phones.
Damn, this guy.
damn.
Just kidding. I
mean-
play crossword puzzles and Sudoku on phone.
Generally,
Real games.
Like, I'm literally about to
Honestly,
get
I don't
Balatro
give
for my
Balatro-
Game of
dad.
the Year.
It's $10 on
$10.
phones.
Yeah, $10 on it.
Hey, Balatro, best game of all time.
Calm down.
Best phone game of all time, probably.
No, I think it's actually the Sudoku app on my phone. That's actually the year.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's nothing
But I
better than
might.
some good fucking Sudoku.
I have some travel coming up literally this weekend. I might fuck around with Balatro on Steam Deck.
One of the things I will say about Balatro is that I think it got such a big pop this year because not only is it incredible, but they had a lot of like really good interview content with the developer, who again is a solo dev, which earns you a lot of like flowers for being able to make a game by yourself. And there's so much shit that he's gone on record about of like, oh yeah, I designed it like this because XYZ, and like a lot of the times it's like kind of a funny, snarky answer. But he made the fucking best game, or not the best game, but one of the best games of the year.
One of the best games this year, yeah.
And it's fucking awesome.
Oh, and just like all the other indies and even like AAA studios that have been like, hey, let's do some cool free crossover stuff. Like there's fucking Witcher cards, Stardew cards, Slay the Spire cards. Literally on Steam, there's a fucking Balatro Slay the Spire bundle that gets you 10% off if you buy both.
That's actually sick. Hell yeah.
Which is very funny to me. Just card game hell for David. And there's just, it's popped off, and I'm incredibly happy, even if this game is like probably not a David game. I'll still give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a chance because
I will say I think
it
literally
looks good.
as we're recording today was the Golden Joystick Awards, which is another game awards, video game awards type program, and I believe Balatro won a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I want to say Balatro won Best Independent Game, and then Another Crab's Treasure won Best Independent Game that was actually self-published, so truly independent.
That's funny. Shout out to Aggro Crab, also great developer.
Oh yeah, they're very funny people too.
Genuinely love their shit. Their social media presence is also incredible. But yeah. I think we all agreed on Astrobot, so I don't know.
Yeah.
If there's much else to say on this.
I'll be surprised if Astrobot loses, but if it loses to Final Fantasy or Metaphor, I won't be mad. If it loses to one of the other three, I'll probably be a little mad.
It's not going to be Black Myth Wukong, I can promise you that.
If
I sure hope not.
Yeah, the only way it's not to be. The only way it's Wukong is literally as if like China pays off the Game Awards.
As if Grums is allowed to vote.
Not to be like that guy, but like unless the CCP actually pays Geoff Keighly, it's not going to be Black Myth
unless
Wukong.
Geoff Keighley is a Gamergator. Then
If you see sponsored by Tencent or NetEase,
right.
be sus.
Right, if Geoff Keighley's walking out there with like a Tencent tattoo on his forehead, we might be compromised.
Oh, also shout out to the Balatro dev who has been asked several times how is Balatro pronounced, and he's always said like it's spelled, which is really fucking
That's
incredible.
funny. That's very funny.
Yeah.
Good sense of humor.
Well, also, holy shit, we had like high 40 viewers for most of this, which is pretty sick. I did not think we'd get a lot of viewers for the stream, actually.
Any fun predictions, or while we're here, any fun predictions or surprising things we think we might see?
We talked about it a little bit earlier, but I think Death Stranding 2 and Kojima's lock.
100%. Agreed.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, it's obviously like it was Summer Games Fest. We got that way too long preview for it, right?
Yeah.
So obviously,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
It was so painfully long. Even Kojima fans by the end were like, "Dude, stop."
Yes. I think Hades 2 actually has a good chance of popping up if they're trying to do a full release next year.
That's really a good point, actually. Yeah,
I think they will announce their full release date, assuming they have it.
Yeah, that's honestly a pretty good
I
prediction.
think it might be late into next year, but I think they can be
I don't think it's necessarily
fall
going to be like super
2025.
quick, but
Hades 2 1.0.
I would like to see, and I think Jeff would put it in, Earthblade, the new extremely okay games game.
I would lose my mind to have that game
because that was originally slated for this year.
Yeah,
pushed it to next year.
Ooh. That's a good pull, David.
Yeah,
I do think that is definitely something we see. Once again, I think they'll show off a new monster, a new Elder Dragon.
Oh yeah, I think that's definitely.
Yeah, I think the last big Wilds preview will be a new Elder Dragon reveal during this or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely see that.
I think that's pretty smart. The other possible games I had written down were possibly seeing Wolverine.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good chance,
especially since PlayStation didn't do and seemingly isn't going to be doing a big showcase. I think that has a nice chance. Yeah.
Also, possibly Fable.
We're supposed to be expecting more Fable stuff, right?
It's the thing where like I could see that
Microsoft Studio comments.
Yeah, I could see that not coming out until next year. I could see it not even coming out next year, but I could see that not being talked about again until Summer Game Fest next year. Also, Metroid Prime 4 could be announced.
Not real, doesn't exist. No Silk Song, because that's also not real.
Yeah, no, the Silk Song's
Nintendo usually has like one thing at the Game Awards, don't they? Though.
They've done a lot of like Smash announcements previously.
Oh,
new Smash games for Switch 2.
That'd be cool. I mean, hey, what's his fuck? Just said that he's working on another game that he's excited to talk about, which I think actually might end up being another Smash game, even though he's said.
Sakurai.
Yeah. Sakurai.
We might see first character reveal for Borderlands 4.
Oh,
I could see that. Yeah,
that is supposed to be next year, so we might get a first character or a character reveal for B4.
I could see that
potentially on a compromised flash drive.
Yeah. Good joke.
I guess this last year, and I guess I'll just keep guessing it. Blank title screen, music, the words Witcher 4, and then nothing else. I guess that last year didn't come true, but I'm gonna keep trying.
It's the thing where like they could do it because they did announce Cyberpunk like 7 years before it came out, but I don't think they're anywhere close.
Yeah. No, I just know it, like they've officially announced it like that, like they're like basically full timing that now. So like I just think eventually they're gonna start saying things to hype up marketing and such.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll probably have another. What's the fucking name? Like a Dragon pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Oh, that makes total sense.
I'm sure we'll get just a straight up commercial for that.
Yeah, it's a small one, so they'll do something small for that.
I would. Didn't they show the trailer for the new Layton game at the Game Awards originally?
I don't think it was Game Awards.
Yeah, I think it
was. It
wasn't.
I'm like 99% sure we were not all in like a conference call for that, and then afterwards I reacted.
Was it Summer Games Fest then?
I think it had to be.
Okay, because I know during the level 5 thing they mentioned it again, but that obviously wasn't the first time.
Oh, it was a Nintendo Direct. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it was like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If that was a Game Awards, I could see a small like release date thing for that, but it was a Nintendo Direct. I'm misremembering. I want but do not expect a new Tales game trailer. It's been long enough.
That's a good point, but yeah, I would also be shocked.
I think they usually do those at TGS, and they didn't do one. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's true. Those are usually Tokyo Game Show.
But also, I think Tales of Arise did better in the West than most of the recent Tales, so maybe they do.
Definitely better than most of the recent ones. Yes, that was almost certain the best Western, the best received Western.
So like maybe they do something, especially since especially since Blue Protocol is like officially dead.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah,
that's simple.
It sounded like it wasn't that great.
Never even made it to the West. Just died.
Ooh, that is a good point. A Simperam 1 said Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is very funny.
It's not.
But 2,
it's not real.
Jeff spits on a copy of the new Metal Gear remake, which is really funny to me.
God damn, that's funny.
I don't think we see it here, but
I would love to see a fucking Beyond Good and Evil 2 just acknowledgement that game still exists, but it won't happen.
What about Beyond Good and Evil 3?
Honestly, probably more likely at this point.
That's really
or it'll be like Beyond Good and Evil prequel or sequel to 1, but I guess also sequel to 2. That would be 3. Yeah. Honestly, Beyond Good and Evil 3 might be more likely.
Yeah, let's go. Beyond Good and Evil 3, Metroid Prime 5, and Silk Song 2. All getting announced.
Honestly, and Zach, any of the Metal Gear Delta up here, if that isn't out by Game Awards, I think we get a release date during Game Awards.
Now, what about Metal Gear Sigma Male?
Do you think... Nice. Incredible joke, Bridge.
Metal Gear Omegaverse?
Do you think they, even with us all thinking that Kojima's going to be there, do you think they show a Konami game, a remake of one of his babies there?
I'm pretty sure Geoff did that last Game Awards or Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
I'm relatively sure whatever... Was it Summer Game Fest that had OD, or was that the last Game Awards?
I
think
it was
Jordan
Summer
Peele
Game
came
Fest.
Out too.
Yeah.
Whatever that one was, I'm pretty sure they also had Metal Gear there, so I don't think they care anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do we get the Sega Super game?
No, it's not real.
I thought that was Concord.
Yeah. Nice.
Sony.
I know, not even related, but I decided to go with the first show I could think of.
Toby Fox has been teasing Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4.
Ooh, that's something that they could show there. If they showed that, I would genuinely pop the fuck off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a Geoff, I feel like, would reach out and be like, hey, do you have an announcement? We would love to include it in the Game Awards free of charge. Please let us announce it.
I love that prediction. Because Toby Fox has been talking about like, hey, we got something coming out soon.
He's been vocal. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's been pretty vocal about stuff is in the works.
I actually like that prediction. That's pretty good. That's pretty spicy. Yeah, I like that a lot.
This is a nothing prediction, but some new Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't matter what it is, just some new FNAF bullshit.
Is the movie going to be out before then?
Oh, I
if
forgot.
Not, they'll show the movie then.
I forgot FNAF 2 is even coming.
Yeah, if the movie's not out before December 12th, then yes, they'll show a trailer for it there.
I was gonna say any other media we're gonna be seeing.
Oh no, it's next year. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is next year.
Oh, I thought it was Christmas.
Christmas next year is what it looked like on a quick Google search.
Shit.
Unless Google AI lied to me.
It does that a lot.
Does do that a lot.
I could see them.
December 5th, 2025. Yeah, it's next year.
Oh shit! I thought it was this year.
Was there a?
Oh, the Minecraft movie. You're so fucking right. Chat.
Oh, fuck.
You're so fucking right, chat. The Minecraft movie will be there.
Absolutely, Jack Black or Jason Momoa or both are going to be on stage talking about it.
What if Jack Black comes on stage on one side and then Kyle Gass comes on stage on the other side?
They won't do that after the incident.
And then and then Kyle Gass is about to say something, and then the child that comes up on stage and he's like, Bill Clinton is a rabbi.
Oh god.
And then Geoff Keighly personally shoots him in the head.
Now we're talking about good predictions. Now we got good predictions going.
Can't believe they fucking finally gave Geoff Keighly a gun.
Oh, the Sonic 3 movie, yes.
Yeah, I meant to say that if I didn't already. Yeah, we'll see another Sonic 3 preview.
Yes.
I thought... Is that not going to be out before this?
I think Sonic 3 does not come out until Christmas.
Oh, it's December 20th. Yeah.
Okay, it'll be literally the week after this. So then, yeah, I think that's a really...
And we're just gonna see the fucking normal trailer.
The only thing is, like, that might be too late.
I mean, there is really no reason at that point. You're not, like, revealing anything that won't already be in a trailer.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could see them just showing a trailer for shits and giggles, but I don't see it being like a big reveal.
No, of course, no. They might just show the trailer, but they could do that during a fucking commercial.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else?
Ooh, which musical numbers are we getting?
Dude, I'm so hyped for the Game of the Year music. Holy shit. We got Astrobot, we got Metaphor. You know we're gonna have a fucking dude doing Esperanto in the middle of
Dude, we're absolutely doing Chanting Guy on stage.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Absolutely gonna be dropping.
Yeah, like, we're gonna get that song from Silent Hill 2.
No, it's Game of the Year, not Square Music, Zach. Game of the Year is the one they do it from.
Oh, shit. Then, yeah, sorry.
So we're gonna get...
there's not really music in Balatro.
They'll come up with something.
Yeah, they will.
Like, Astrobot's got some good tunes. I don't know which one they're gonna pick. I don't think I've heard Black Myth Wukong music. Elden Ring music fucks. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth music is incredible. I don't know what they're gonna pick. I sort of hope it's Aerith's song, but I also kind of hope it isn't.
Something for Akira Toriyama would be interesting. I don't know if they will, but...
they might do an in memoriam for him.
He's nerd adjacent, and literally Dragon Ball is nominated this year.
Yeah, like there's Sandland and stuff too. Like,
yeah, no, I think he might get an in memoriam shout out.
I could see that.
Banks' his Bow Wow song.
They won't do that one. They won't do that one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good songs though that they could do. I imagine they'll do the Aerith one because they debuted it at Game Awards last year. Although I think that song without the context of the game is less impressive, and then when you have the context of the game and it makes even me almost cry.
Damn.
That song's real good.
All right. I think we've said things. Anything else to add?
We have said things. That is undeniable.
This is a nothing one, but I need to say it. Do you think there's a trailer that does an absolute swerve like the fucking RTS trailer not Stormgate, Battle Aces did last year?
We'll
where they
definitely
had
have
the cool anime intro, and then it went to an RTS, and everyone got really disappointed.
We'll definitely have something that we're gonna be like, oh, that sucks. That's not what we wanted.
It's gonna look cool, and then
Yeah.
bummer.
I don't know though if there's a particular.
Oh, hang on. I found a list of video game-based film and television releases that are supposed to come out next year. Those first few are nothing. There is Minecraft movie. There is the Until Dawn. I don't know if it's a series or movie coming out in April.
What a
I
weird
could see
choice.
that being in there.
Oh, the new Last of Us comes out
There's-
next fall, right? They might be able to whip something up for us for them.
That's surprisingly not on this list. But yeah, could be a Last of Us one. The Devil May Cry animated series from the same people that do Castlevania is coming out early next year.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out fall next year, and then FNAF 2 is coming out December next year.
Yeah. Penny Pink says, what about the Among Us TV series? I think that's too far away. Because they announced all the people working on it, but it was like, we haven't even started production yet, I think.
They announced cast members for that though.
Yeah, but I think they were like...
They might
not
have a
in
first
production.
thing. They might have a first thing to show.
I could see them debuting like a scene and being like,
Yeah.
tune in, whatever.
Just have them asking Elijah Wood's Among Us character, Ven will ver Vigs?
Yeah, they don't have any. There isn't even the speculation of a date online.
But there's... hey, listen, folks.
Cast is still fucking wild.
The cast
though.
is wild.
What the fuck? This cast is fucking insane.
I think
There's Dan's.
Yeah, that's
Wait, what
right.
the fuck? What the fuck is
mobile
that?
game.
Oh yeah, we will. Unfortunately,
Kingdom
we will
Hearts
probably
mobile
see
game.
something for that.
Kingdom Hearts 4, baby. Let's go.
God fucking damn it, Square Enix. Do you think we see Kingdom Hearts 4?
I don't think I think they saved that until Summer Games Fest for their own thing, or maybe that.
I mean, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe Square
I
Enix will be
forgot they're
acquired
doing
by them.
another fucking mobile game. What is this, like the third or fourth one?
Yes.
Oh, it's a fucking Pokemon Go thing too. Kiss my ass, Square Enix.
All right. Phil Lamar was Vamp, and now he's in Among Us. Very cool. Yeah, that's surely is a game. All right. Well, hey folks, let us know in the comments down below if you got into the closed beta testing for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. Because
Don't tell
apparently
us, we
that's
don't
happening
care.
right now.
Actually, do it's engagement, but don't.
Yeah. And I don't know. Pop off with other predictions you have, or if you think we're crazy about different things.
And then come join us when we watch
Yes.
the Game Awards
December
live on
12th.
Twitch.tv.
December 12th, twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam. We'll probably do it on YouTube too. I think we got enough people that we could pull some people that way. And yeah, listen, we usually do a drinking game for the Game Awards. I don't know if we will this year, but
I'll be drinking. I'll be drinking, so dare I guess?
Yeah, same.
You have to get through all the commercials.
Yeah. Simple Ramses. That sounds way more fun. I'll be there because there's no way I'm watching the official stream. Yeah. Hey, if you don't like Geoff Keighly in the Game Awards, watch us because that way you don't give them a view.